What's up, fellow fiends and fans of Halloween? I'm Ben, the Halloween Hoarder, and I'm back with another Halloween thrift store haul from Goodwill. Before we get into the haul, here's a quick video of the thrift store shelves that day. All of the items in this video are in the condition that I found them at Goodwill. The price tags have been removed or blacked out because Halloween needs some mystery. If you watched the first thrift store haul video, you'll notice that this one's going to be a little different. Instead of pulling up random bags, I've decided to sort it out a little bit. So let's jump right into it with the miscellaneous items. The first one is a wooden sign, a couple of jack-o'-lanterns, trick or treat. This is from Walgreens 2016. Next, there is a jack-o'-lantern candle. It says glow in the dark. It does. The wick's on the top. And there's a hole in the bottom, possibly to stick it on a stake or a dowel or something. But it's nice and wrapped in the package, and I'm probably gonna keep it that way. This is from Disneyland. It says Disney Parks right on the handle there. The date on it is 2003. Maybe it needs some fresh batteries. I'll pop these out. Put in some new ones. All right. That's much better. And it makes that obnoxious Halloween sound from all the 90s battery operated stuff. Now we have a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern flashlight. You push the button down, opens up into a flashlight. This one is not working. Oh, there's some spiders in there, some dead spiders. I don't see a date on it. I'm not sure. I don't think it's that old though. But we have some screwdrivers. Let's see if we can fix it. Well, even with fresh batteries, it's not turning on. I think the bulb might be burnt out. So I'll have to set that aside and try it again. You're still cool if you don't light up. Welcome to the Hoard. This is a witch. Feels like a stuffed body with maybe porcelain hands or ceramic hands. Legs and a face. Riding a broomstick. Well, that's it for the miscellaneous items that didn't really fit into any other category. Let's get into the blow molds and buckets. The first little jack-o'-lantern bucket is in great condition. It has the riveted thick plastic handle, so we know that it's not new. There is an Empire stamp on it. This bucket's from Empire Plastics. I don't see a date on it. There's some numbers. I'm not quite sure how to make them out. It says 023652. But I seriously doubt this bucket is from the 50s. No damage, a little dirty. It's in great condition. I love finding these buckets. Welcome to the Hoard, vintage bucket. Well, speaking of buckets, when I saw this just sitting on the thrift store shelf, I had to look around. Nobody sees this? Nobody's put this in their cart? And then of course I ran over and grabbed it. This is a Bayshore bucket. This is a vintage 70s, probably late 60s, 70s Bayshore bucket. The handle is missing, but you can see where it was riveted in there. I'm not sure if riveted's the right word, but there's little remnants of a handle right there. You can kind of see that. There's no cracks. The fading is not terrible, but it's very obvious that someone gave this bucket a paint job. Looks like with maybe a Sharpie. Maybe spray paint. It feels really flat, kind of dry. I don't think that that's the original paint. It's in really good condition, minus missing the handle, but it's still going to display well, and I love it. Finding something like this in the wild at a thrift store is an amazing feeling. I'm going to clean it up and touch it up a little bit. But when it comes to repainting blow molds, I'm 90% against it. The orange mold plastic is supposed to be semi-translucent. That's where the light shines through. I mean, obviously this isn't to be lit up. It's a bucket, but that's what gives it its glow. You cannot repaint the orange. It doesn't work. You make it opaque and then the light doesn't shine through it. It's no longer translucent. But the original details, like the eyes, the nose, the mouth, stuff like that, was painted with black paint originally. So I'm going to do my best to clean this up, take all that stuff off, and I'll probably give a shot at masking it off and repainting it so it has a happy face again. Was super happy to find this. Well, right next to that bucket, I saw another item. This is from, I believe, the same year that bucket was. This is another Bayshore blow mold. This is an actual blow mold. You can see the hole in the back where the light bulb would go with the cord. I did another double take when I saw this. I couldn't believe that it was just sitting there, grinning at me, waiting to be picked up and put in my cart. As far as I can tell, Bayshore did not stamp their blow molds or buckets because there's no identifying marks on it, but I know this blow mold. There is a crack that runs along here that I saw after the initial giddiness wore off, but it still displays well. I'm going to clean it up, make it look nice. But they are fragile. This one is not too brittle, but that crack runs all along the shoulder over into the front here, and I don't want to squeeze it too much because I don't want to make it any worse. Oh, it actually goes way under the skull. But yeah, this is an awesome find for the thrift store. This is more of a cauldron than a bucket. There's two sides to it. One says toxic treats, eat at your own risk, and there's a skull and crossbones there. The other side says trick or treat, and there's a jack-o'-lantern there. There's no handle for this bucket. There is a try me button, so we know that it lights up, moves, makes sound, and it looks like the base actually rotates. So let's get some new batteries in here and see if we can get it to work. These screws are in bad shape. I'm going to see if I can drill them out. Eye protection. Okay, I got the covers off, got the old batteries out, cleaned it up a little bit. We're going to put some brand new AA's in there and see what it does. We got new batteries in there, tried all the switches, pulled the try me out. It doesn't turn on, but it looks like it's supposed to spin around. A couple motion sensors or sound sensors up here. Well, I'll have to take a closer look at it, but still pretty cool to display, even if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. These are new jack-o'-lanterns, the kind you'd probably find at Target or Walmart in the last 6 years. They don't make them like they used to. This one has the light attached. The bulb is in there. Can never have too many jack-o'-lanterns. This, very similar, probably within the last 6 or 7 years. Light up jack-o'-lantern. This one has a clear bulb in it. Looks good. I love that classic triangle eyes, triangle nose face. That's my favorite. Jack-o'-lanterns are the best. Next, we'll move on to the mystery bags. You know those big Ziploc bags full of all kinds of random stuff? You can't quite tell what's in there till you get it home. These are exciting. In the first bag, first there's a witch, little plastic witch. Nice to see the green-faced witch. And there's a little sensor down there, so it probably lights up. Make some noise. There is a switch. Another addition to the witch category. And there's a rubber bat, string intact. These are classic. I wouldn't say this is vintage by any means, but still rad. Flappy Bet. There's a string of orange lights. Oh, cool. And these, a string of little jack-o'-lantern bags. That's cool. Oh, 2 strings of jack-o'-lantern lights. These are pretty cool. I haven't seen these before. Let's do it. I'm not sure if you can see that. The plug's kind of far away. You can maybe see 1 or 2 of them. They work and they look cool. I like it. All right, the next bag. Sounds fragile. These are little ceramic pumpkins with mice. Bear with a pumpkin belly. Another bear with a pumpkin belly. And a bear with a pumpkin belly doing the splits. These are cool. I think I've seen this one before on the shelf, but to get a whole bag of good condition ceramics is rad. This bag looks really cool. It has a lot of figures in it. Also sounds fragile. Be gentle with these. These feel like resin, but they're super cool. There's a tall skeleton holding a pumpkin. This is a grinning ghost holding a skull. There is a menacing looking witch holding a jack-o'-lantern. And a dopey looking scarecrow holding a pumpkin as well. These are pretty rad. I don't think I've seen them, all of them at least, before, and it was really cool to find a bag that had at least what I would assume is a set. So I was very excited to see that. There's no indications on the bottom. I'm not sure who made these or when, but I'd probably say early 2000s. I haven't seen those around. Pretty cool, little resin figurines. This looks like an Ewok. This is a little bear dressed up as a devil, I guess, with a hood and a cape and a pitchfork. I'm not sure what that's trying to be. But that's cool. Also feels like resin. And another figure is a little mouse with a broom and a witch costume, also resin. These ones, this bag was pretty rad. I like to find this. Next bag looks like it has some foam skulls and some terracotta jack-o'-lanterns and some kind of polka dot bow or something. Oh, they're all tied onto the pumpkins. Let's see. Some foam skulls. Oh, it's candles rattling around. This has an LED candle in it that no longer works. The candle has a price tag on it for $1.54. These have little polka dot ties tied on them. I'm not sure if they were hanging from a tree or what, but these are cool. Little votive holding terracotta jack-o'-lanterns. In this bag I see, looks like Lucy from Peanuts. And another Peanuts character, maybe dressed up in Halloween stuff. Oh yeah, there's Snoopy. Oh, and there's some broken Spooky Town. The dancing skeletons. That one's missing a head and some arms. That Spooky Town stuff is so fragile. Let's see what's in there. Some glittery polka dot fabric. Ribbon. Oh, cool. There's a couple figures in here. Let's see. Some very broken Spooky Town dancing skeletons. Another one bites the dust. This is Lucy from Peanuts holding a jack-o'-lantern, twirling a lasso. It just says copyright PNTS. Peanuts. I don't see a date on these. I don't know where these are from. I haven't seen them before. I could look it up. They're full of glitter. That's cool. And Snoopy wearing a jack-o'-lantern. That's cool. I haven't seen these before. This is a little plaster ghost with dangling legs, holding a pumpkin. Original price tag says $3.99. There was one other little bag in there. With some ribbon. It's like it says boo, and there's some Halloween graphics on it. Hard to make out. Little homemade decorations. Little monsters with googly eyes. And 3 little pumpkins. I did not see these in the bag when I got it. This is rad. 3 little pumpkins wearing witch hats. And then 2 ghosts. I feel like plaster. That bag had a lot of surprises in it. I like that. All cool stuff. And a bag of pumpkins. Some look pretty faded. They all look happy. Oh, they got tape all over them. These are all taped clothes. These are canisters. These are vintage canisters from the 90s. And somebody has taped them all shut and hung little wire hangers on them, probably to put on a tree or a bush. I think they all have the same face. And some of them are pretty faded, but these are always cool to find. Little pumpkin canisters. So that bag had 10 little pumpkin canisters. This is probably the best looking one. This was a close second for how unfaded it is. It's still very orange. The rest of them I've seen some pretty gnarly fading, but these are all really cool.
I love jack-o'-lanterns.
And the last of the mixed bags had a bunch of boxes of ornaments in them. And you can see the Hallmark logo, the crown. These are Hallmark ornaments. And there's a bunch in there, so let's see what's in there. Oh, cool. These are all Halloween ornaments. Hallmark keepsake ornaments. The date is 2004. 2005 for the big box. 2007 for these little charmy looking ones. All these boxes with the purple are from 2004. And there's, looks like a levitating vampire with a bat underneath called the Master. There's a witch with a cauldron called Matilda the Cook. There's 2 little kids dressed up. One is a prisoner, one is a witch holding jack-o'-lanterns. Says trick or treat, or pumpkin buckets, I should say. This one looks like a mad scientist. It's called Hugo the Handyman. And this one looks like a homeowner handing out trick-or-treat candy wrapped up like a mummy. This one's called Bateson the Butler. Well, let's pick one to open up and see what's inside. There's 5 of those from 2004. Let's pick this one that's already open to see what the quality is inside. Oh, these are really cool. Wow. These are really cool. Let's see, this one from 2007. Spooky Spiders and Bats, 6 Halloween ornaments. And they're all there in their little packages. Those spiders look cool. And this one is from 2005. It says Hauntington Collection, Miss Bonnie and Bones. The original tags on these from Hallmark are between 13 and, yeah, all 13 bucks. And there's some string on top for the leash to tie to the dog. That's a really cool find. Oh, Ben, what have you done? Well, after going through all those Hallmark boxes, the next stuff is all the boxed items I found at the thrift store. There's 2 of these luminaries, also from Hallmark. The Hauntington Collection. It says Cackling Witch Luminary. And it's very traditional, at least when I was little, to some of the neighbors would put up luminaries. It's like a little paper bag lunch sack with carved faces or cutouts in it, and they put candles in there with some sand, and they light up all the driveways or the sidewalks with it. This is a reusable luminary. It's probably got a light bulb in it. Oh, it even has an on-off switch. Yeah, so this is a plastic bag with a witch flying her broom in front of the moon. And this must be the base. Oh, it's got a speaker too. Probably makes some sound. This is interesting. All right, this one takes 3 AA batteries. Let's see what it does.
Happy Halloween!
It does that. What else does it do? Looks like it also lights up. All right, let's put this thing in here.
Happy Halloween!
We'll put the legs on. That's pretty cool for a luminary. So it looks like 2 of those Hallmark luminaries in brand new condition in the box. The date on the bottom says 2005. I'm not sure if you bought these at a Hallmark or if Hallmark licensed them out to Walmart or something. Next boxed item is a cackling shaking witch. Now when I first found one of these, it was outside of the box. And I was pretty excited about it. I hope this one works because the audio on it is really good. There we go.
Wow, wow, wow! A visitor! Double toil and trouble! Happy Halloween!
This is awesome. This is a terrifying witch. which is how it should be. This isn't vintage by any means. This is from Walmart. It says Department 18 on the box. And I don't see a year on it. Judging by the style of the package, probably no more than 10 years old. I like to find these out of the box. Pretty cool to find one in a box. I'll see you later. And the last of the boxed items are 2 packages from Department 56. This is kind of like the same scenario as Spooky Town. There's a bunch of little figures and houses and stuff like that. I'm not sure where Apartment 56 originated. I know that some places that sell it are Hallmark. I think some Walmarts maybe. I'm not really sure. The date on the bottom of the box is 2001. And this one is the Village Animated Swinging Skeleton. Animated? Oh, this moves? Let's see what it does. Looks like a skeleton hanging from a swing and a little tree branch. I just want to see. I got to see what it does. I want to see this so bad. Oh, wow. Looks like there's some slight damage to it. Just the little fence at the bottom is pressed all the way down. These things are so fragile, although this feels more substantial than Spooky Town. Spooky Town will break if you just breathe on it wrong. There is a battery pack. It's in the on position and nothing's happening, so let's see if we can replace the batteries, because I want to see this thing work. And he's swinging. And there's lights in the jack-o'-lantern and lights in the skull in the tree. That's really cool. There must be a magnet or something under the seat that's making him swing, but it works. And then there was another Department 56 box. This one is larger. Looks like a treehouse with some ghosts, and it is called the Haunted Treehouse. The date on this one is 2001 as well. There's a original price tag of $45 on here. Let's see what the condition is. Oh wow, this looks beautiful and appears to be intact. There's an extra piece in there, a little hissing black cat. Oh wow. There's some dangling ghosts, a crow on top. The sign says Haunted Treehouse, enter at your own risk. Admission 5 cents. And there's some wicked witch legs underneath the tree. This is very cool. It's always rad to find items like this. First of all, unbroken, complete, and in the original box. So these 2 boxes from Department 56 were very cool finds. Next, we're gonna go through the Halloween plush. I didn't find a whole lot of plush this trip, but this is what I did find. This is a witch, and there's a press here button on her hand, so we know that it's supposed to do something. Shake, make noise. Nothing happens when you press. It feels like the switch is not in the right spot. There might be a little compartment for batteries somewhere inside here. Oh no, she's stitched all the way up, so you'd have to cut open the plush to get to whatever's wrong in there. It feels like the switch isn't in the right spot, but I don't feel it anywhere else. But still looks cool. go in the plush collection with the other witches. There is a tag on the bottom from Chosun International. There's no date on it. Just a plush witch, and a green one at that. The next plush is another witch. This one has a little zipper, so I'm sure there's replaceable batteries. Oof. Those batteries are pretty crusty. I'm gonna have to pop those out and clean this up, put some new ones in, and see if we can get it to work. Okay, got that all cleaned out. I'm gonna put some brand new AA's in there. We'll see what this is supposed to do. All that for this standard noise. Well, it works now. The eyes blink, it vibrates. And of course, that classic repeating laugh noise from all those 90s decorations. And there is a tag on this one. People Pals, 1992. Next is a plush bucket, probably for trick-or-treating. This is a little pumpkin with a mouse with a little candy corn in its mouth. I thought this was really cool looking. This is from, what is it? Setso Best Ever? I'm not sure of the year, but if I had to guess, I would say sometime in the 90s. That's a cool trick-or-treat bag. I've never seen it before. And last in the plush category is this super fuzzy plush jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat bag. Very soft. There is a tag in here. This was made for Hobby Lobby. No date on it. So who knows, but that's a cool bag for any occasion. Lastly for this haul is all the ceramics. One of my favorite things to collect. We'll just take it one bag at a time. Oh, this house is beautiful. Little ceramic house. A hole in the bottom for a lamp, light bulb, or a lamp to go in there. I just really like the colors on this. The way the blue roof and the orange fall leaves. Super cool. There's a lot of cool detail on there too. Lots of pumpkins. My favorite. This is a beautiful piece. I don't have this already. I was very happy to find this. Another category that I collect is these little houses, ceramic or otherwise. These are rad. Next in that bag is a ceramic witch with a jack-o'-lantern, a broom, and a cat. This is another beautiful piece. The date right on the bottom is 1985. All the pieces from this era just really stand out to me. It's something very nostalgic about it. It makes me very happy. I'm excited because I don't even remember what's in these bags. That's cool. It's a snowman and a penguin holding jack-o'-lantern buckets with little ice cubes in it, looks like. The date on this is 1988, TBC. This is another Boyd's Bears and Friends piece, the Wee Folkstone collection. It's a beautiful sculpt. This is also nostalgic, this style. What is the penguin dressed as? A moose? That's what it looks like. The penguin's dressed as a moose and the snowman as a witch. I'm not sure if you can make out the detail there. There's the stamp, 1988. I think that's a collector's piece. We found one in the other haul. It's a little bear witch riding a broom. No markings on it. But welcome to the Hoard. There's a happy scarecrow. That looks 80s to me too. This is from Yankee Candle. No date on it. It's a little votive holder. Scarecrow pushing a wheelbarrow, and the wheel is a pumpkin. I like that. This is a little acrylic ghost, half of it translucent, the other half frosted. And there's a switch on the bottom. It does not light up, but it takes little button batteries, and I do not have any of those. But it probably looks pretty cool when it's lit up. I've found other items like this, same style ghost, where half of it's clear, the other half is kind of frosted. Big ones, small ones. So I'll look forward to putting it with its cousins. Well, this is a beautiful piece. This is a little trick-or-treater girl with a ghost costume on, standing next to a giant jack-o'-lantern with a kitty cat on it. And there's a little bag of strange colored candy corns, maroon, green, and yellow. Looks like there was some kind of tag on it that's been ripped off. Well, this is a cool piece. I like the colors a lot. Well, this one feels heavy. It's another house. This one's the Pumpkin Factory. Wow, this is really cool. And it looks to be in very good condition. Nothing's broken. Oh, I spoke too soon. This ghost is missing its hand, but hardly noticeable. There's a little pumpkin head guy hanging off the back of the roof over there. Lots of ghosts. And a little pumpkin chute going down to a wagon. Another beautiful piece. I like the colors on this a lot. There's also a hole in the bottom so it can light up. I wish I had a light to stuff in there. Oh, if we do my flashlight, that might work. Another house for the Hoard. Rad. This looks cool too. This looks very 80s, 90s to me, late 80s. Very similar to the last couple pieces. This is a tower, lots of detail in here. There's skulls and bones at the bottom, a black cat, ghosts, pumpkins. As you go up the tower, there's a Grim Reaper character, another cat, skeleton on the side here. There's a lot of detail on this piece, and it's beautiful. It's clean. I love the colors on it. This is super rad. Also for a light, I think these probably all came from the same donation maybe. But I do not have this. I've never seen this, so I was very happy to find this. Rad. Sticky Goodwill tags that ruin everything they touch. Well, that's a happy ghost. Ghost in a pumpkin. Ceramic with no light holes on it. No dates or stickers. But it looks like the same to me, like late 80s. It's in really good shape. That's a rad piece. Oh, this one has moving parts. Oh, I forgot that I found this. Oh, he's broken. We could fix him. Looks like a gnarled, twisty Halloween tree with faces. Wow, that's rad. There's a face of the tree right there with his hands reached up. Some very expressive pumpkins. A couple of ghosts and a bat on the edge of the branch there. Looks like he's supposed to swing. His string just got messed up somehow. It looks like it was glued on there. Probably looked something like this. That's very cool. The bottom is painted. There's no dates or anything, but I would say 80s for this. This looks very 80s. The face on that tree. That's a really cool piece. Okay, we're down to the last bag of ceramics. I think I've probably collected this particular ghost half a dozen times over. It's just a ceramic ghost with green eyes, his tongue sticking out, and he's holding a pumpkin. I'm not sure what year this is from. Just a ceramic ghost. He'll fit in. Another heavy one. Feels like this is another house. And it is. Did I get two of the same houses? No, these are different. Rad. Obviously from the same collection. They look very similar. I wish there was some kind of marking on it. There is a barcode there, but it's covered by a Goodwill sticker, so I'll probably never be able to see it. Don't rip, don't rip, don't rip. Spooky. This is porcelain? Oh, there's a date on there. It's not 80s at all. This is from 2006. And these are clearly of the same style. Now I'm noticing the top of this house is broken as well as this one. There was probably like a weather main or some kind of spike or something on there. But this one is also rad. I like the dimension to it, the depth to it. It's a little house with some pumpkins, some spider webs on there, and the fall leaves on the roof. I love that part. Oh, I double wrapped this one. It must be fragile. Oh, wow. This is very colorful. A very cartoony kind of sculpt on it. It's a tree with a witch and a house in the background with a ghost. And her hat is kind of coiled up like a spring with a little bell on it. Her hair looks like string. This is a very cool sculpt. I'm not sure, but I would guess that this was made in the 90s. It just has that look, kind of funky, colorful. That's cool. I've never seen that before and happy to add it to the hoard. Oh, another house. Rad. This also from 2006. Cut from the same cloth as the other two houses. Very, very cool. I'm not sure what they're called. What the collection is called. Spooky something. The tag is ripped off. Spooky something. But these three houses are super cool. I'm really happy to see these again. You'd be surprised when I'm at the thrift store, I'm kind of in a mode where I'm just excited and I'm grabbing stuff and then I put it in a bag and it waits for me to do this. And I got this haul late August. It's now late September, so I forgot that I got these and I'm very pleased to see them again. These houses are rad. And that piece concludes this thrift store haul from Goodwill. If you have any more information about any of these items, please let me know in the comments. Also, tell me what you would have grabbed from the shelves and if there's anything that I missed. So what did you think about the format of this video? Did you like that everything was kind of pre-separated and gone through in categories? Or do you prefer when I just pick up a bag and put it on the table and tear through it? Please let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more like it, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to see more hauls and behind the scenes, you can follow me on Instagram at Ben the Halloween Hoarder. Although I don't always have time to set up and record the hauls in my living room, I have been going to the thrift store and I have so much more to show you. Stay tuned for the next video, and as always, thanks for watching.